Alright guys, what's up? Today we're going to be doing shoulders, so we're going to jump into shoulder press today after we do a few lateral raises just to warm up the shoulders, get some blood flow going, and then as soon as we get shoulder press done, then we're going to finish up with traps and then roll rear delts in there as well, but mostly it's, shoulder day, so let's get it. So for this part of the workout, I was just getting as much blood flow into the shoulders as possible. So I got medium weight, about 12 to 15 reps for 2 sets of side raises in. And then I did 4 sets of shoulder press in order to get as much muscle breakdown as possible in the medial head. Now, if you've seen my channel before, you have seen me use the cuffs on this side raise movement for cables, but I also wanted to showcase that you could use the V handle if you don't have one of those cuffs. And the V handle is actually really nice because it's really easy setup, and you can just go and rep it out. So before, I always thought that you could just overload on traps a lot, but there's actually a better way of doing it, and you don't have to go 4 plates on each side in order to get the best trap movement. So instead, I went with the Smith machine, and it works a lot better. You could also do dumbbell shrugs, and that one helps a lot with like the range of motion for making sure that you get like in optimal condition for traps. So we're gonna rep out more of these. Let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Those new cable flies with the lateral raise are like super great. You can use the V handle or use a D handle, but those are awesome. You should definitely try. If you haven't, you're missing out. you should definitely try it. Let me know how it goes for you. Today's topic, I wanted to go over the topic of goal setting. And, many people have their approaches, their takes on this. I had 3 simple things that I wanted to go over with you guys. And if you implement these, you are most likely going to see a momentum change. And the first one is pretty obvious, but you gotta just make sure that you do it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Now, it is breaking your larger goal into a smaller goal. Now, so you have that 24 hours in a day. Everybody has that. You're able to build something consistently, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Like, you're always going to be on that grind. Now, if you take, for example, you wanted to get a 6-pack abs, are you going to just jump straight into a 5-minute workout video and you'll have it in a month? Probably not. But if you make conscious decisions that you will take your diet seriously, you'll take your working out seriously, you'll take keeping your body in check seriously, all of that, you'll definitely see progress and you'll be able to get after that goal. Now, if that doesn't happen, it's because there's external factors that are playing into it. Say, for example, if you were at 23% body fat, you needed to get down to 10 to 12% on average as a man to get to that point, and 15 to 20, I believe, if you're a woman. So you need to see where you are physically and then just find that progression by being able to cut it down into smaller goals. Take, for example, you were going to buy a Mercedes G-Class. What are these going for? I think a G63 is like, I think base prices rate around $200K. I could be wrong on that. Their prices have always been jumping around, but for the G63 is the one from AMG. I think that one's around there. Markups probably bring it up to $250,000. But it's not going to be as simple as getting a loan out and buying it next week for a lot of people. But you would set up goals in order to get to that point by the end of the year or by the end of 2 years. I'm not saying the final goal in life should be the ability to buy a G63 right off the lot. It's an example of a large goal where you can break it down to a smaller one by being able to make progress on it daily. Otherwise, you get stuck in that dream wish phase, which you don't want to be stuck in, where you're always thinking that you get to that goal, but you never take any action towards it. And the dreams that you don't take any action towards it are just wishes. And a lot of people's wishes just go with the wind. So don't let that be you. The second one that I wanted to go over is surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And there's the quote that everybody throws around is, you're going to become the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. And, that's, everybody hears that all the time. It gets thrown around. But it is true in the sense that the kind of people that you hang around are going to put you in that direction, that mindset of, this is how it's going to be for the rest of time or for this chapter of life. You realize the people that you go hang out with, or the people that you, say for example, you went to the bar and hung out with your group of friends every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you went back to work during the week, and then every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you went back to the bar. I would guess, just from, taking a far back look at things, you aren't going to progress very well if you do that every weekend. Yes, there can be people that have a awesome week and they're very successful through that, and then they just enjoy the weekend. I get that. You're not setting yourself up for success if you have to take yourself out on the weekend in order to get ready for the week. And that's one of the things I want to preach on this channel, that you don't want to be doing that. So if you change your environment you're surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded or even have goals that are higher than yours, you're going to start seeing a change in how you approach things. And that's exactly what I did. I hope that if you implemented this, you'll start seeing changes right away. Say, for example, beginners at the gym, they didn't really know what they're doing there, or they didn't know what machines did what. They just kind of drifted from machine to machine, as some people do. Do you think they'll be able to grow very well if they don't have the right people in there letting them know, or like a mentor or just a coach that's saying, you know what, this is actually a good plan to do. This is the steps that you have to take in order to make like huge progress. That is definitely going to help them. So there's an approach to it that if you are around the right people, you're going to see a better progression towards those goals. That goes the same for anything that you would do in life. So that's just a huge part of this, and I definitely wanted to include that. Now, if you agree with people's opinions, you agree to their lifestyle. And this is an important take because most people don't really see that straight off in their head. They just go along with it, but it's something that you need to keep in mind as you keep moving forward. Now, the third part of goal setting that I wanted to go over was fear of failure. Now, fear is a common thing that a lot of people have. Of course, everybody has a human to have fear, but fear is false evidence appearing real. This is something that you have to push yourself past, because yes, it can hold you back. It holds a lot of people back, but you have to change how you approach fear and let it push you forward instead of hold you back. And there's a way to change this belief system that you have and rotate it, because you can have this fear that I'm gonna set up myself for failure, because if I don't do it right, then it's not going to happen. But if you actually do the thing that you're looking to do and you fail at it, you're going to turn that failure later on. You take a step back, you reflect on it, you're able to learn the lessons from that failure, and then you can go at it again. Don't take the same approach, because obviously that approach earlier did not work. So you're going to go after it again in a new light, in a new way. That's something that's like huge for me right now with this channel, with building everything. You want to make sure that you don't take the same way to approach something, because that will not help you in the future. Now, this fear of failure that you may have towards starting something, towards building something, towards creating something new, yes, that can be a stop for a lot of people. If you're able to find the answers through the process of putting in the work, of seeing what happens when you take certain steps, you want to see on your own self, what does it look like once you start making those changes? It's the opposite of faith, because if you just have, these are two things in life that you can't see either one of them. Fear or faith, but you have to replace the fear of something with the faith that it will work out. Now, you have maybe this fear of failure because in the past things didn't work out. Things didn't go as planned because you didn't know the right steps in order to succeed, to make that goal a reality. Now, that is an important thing, but you also want to remember that not everyone is 100% successful in what they do. There is going to be times where there's the storms. There's going to be times when the failures happen. There's going to be times when setbacks happen and you don't know what to do, but you do know that if you come back, learn from those lessons, that you're able to approach it in a different light the next time. And that is where the wins will actually start to occur, because you took what you learned from before and you transpired it into something new. I hope you guys like this one. I'm going to be doing more of these kind of videos in the future. I think I got a leg day video coming up soon in a couple days, so we'll have that running for you. See you guys on the channel. Peace.